Okay, hi everyone. So right now we're going to be doing an introduction to Econia. So I'll be speaking in behalf of the Econia team today. So we're going to talk about Econia, the economic engine of tomorrow, and how that fits in. Okay, so so Econia is basically an Aptos native project. It has closed like a 6.5 million round now, and it's backed by Dragonfly, Lightspeed, Aptos, and a couple of these other venture caps. Okay, so as the statement says, say Econia, it's a high-performance on-chain order book for Aptos, and it is built with for equitable global market access and engineered for composability. In short, Econia is the settlement layer for Aptos DeFi, and so we have just spoken about a lot of like big terms and all. Let's see what it actually means to be a high-performance on-chain order book. And here we come back and we talk a little bit around the DEX innovation that has been done in the space. So if we look at 2018 Uniswap, right? All transactions are sequential and serialized. Here we are looking at constant product automated market making, right? But these earlier designs, basically because of the serialization, it has obviously created a throughput bottleneck. So this was changed later in 2020 by Serum on Solana, which worked on like parallelism, but this parallelism was fractured in the sense that market orders are parallelized across markets, but it's still broken down into multiple transactions within the same market. And the reason, and this is how like basically Econia is like coming in and kind of revolutionizing the DeFi space through this atomic parallelism, where we're talking about the market order parallels across markets, but here instead of having multiple transactions, as you can see in Serum, we're actually compressing all of the transactions into a single transaction within each market. So Econia's major technical innovation is this scantless atomic matching engine. And this basically allows, if you compare this to Serum, instead of having like step 1, step 2, step 3, where any orders place has to go to a request queue, there has to be some order matching, order filling, which is like the general flow that you would see. Basically, through this atomic matching engine, Econia is able to do all of these in like one step, where we're talking about matching, filling, and settling trades in a single transaction. And rather than fragmenting the matching process across multiple queues and steps, this atomic matching engine allows for like greater composability for the suite of DeFi products. So we were talking a little bit around the composability aspect of it, and here we are looking at the delegated custodian capabilities. So I think yesterday we spoke a little bit around normal capabilities that have been enabled through Aptos as well. But here, these capabilities that we're talking about enables a user to delegate authority over the trading activities to a third party. And this is actually very important because if you currently look at the use cases for this custodian, we're looking at margin trading and cross-chain. So custodian can cancel orders and withdraw collateral during a liquidation event. And this is where a lot of people in DeFi have got right? Because liquidation happened, they did not know, and like their money is gone. But here you can actually delegate this to some person. It may be some other protocol that will come in the between and be like that custodian for you and manage that risk for you. And these kind of possibilities or use cases are possible. And we're looking at cross-chain, which talks about custodian intermediary places order based on cross-chain messaging. So like basically you can have cross-chain applications have some sort of messaging come and let basically the custodian place orders or make decisions based off of that. So if we have to look in terms of how this is looking, we are looking at the market account, which basically has some asset counts or like balance counts, open orders that are still yet to be filled, and the collateral that that account has. And the custodian can again manage the collateral withdrawals, order placements, and order cancellations. And yeah, this is pretty much the example that would be. Like the custodian is the person or it can be a party that is kind of sitting in between the user and the actual borrowing or the lending pool. Alright. Okay, so we're talking about asset agnostic trading. basically where we are saying that it's not practical to mint a new coin type for each trading pair. And this allows for us to have a third-party underwriter to be designated for an entire market, with the underwriter certifying the amounts of non-coin assets. And this can unlock, again, a lot of different possibilities where we're looking at derivative markets like perpetual futures and options, as well as more exotic instruments like fractionized NFTs. So if you just take a look here, we're looking at like third-party asset registry, and again we have this underwriter who is like authorizing the deposits and the withdrawal. So we have this underwriter, and these are all basically the accounts. So it can either be a signing user or it can be a custodian, how we spoke about in the previous delegation of like responsibilities to the custodian staff. So we have the underwriter, and again, asset agnostic, do not always have to mint a new pair. It is agnostic across assets, so it just needs to come from like a third party registry. Okay, so a lot of these things we have already discussed. So this is basically all the stuff that Econia is like things that can be built on top of Econia, the T5 settlement layer for Aptos, margin trading, derivatives, swaps, spot trading. Yeah, and then we have like you can build the future of DeFi together. This is basically the Kiki is the co-founder and Alex is the CEO, and Kiki is the CEO. So we have some links as well. You can get in touch with the Econia Labs team. They're looking for a lot of different and interesting use cases to be built out for DeFi on Aptos, built on top of Econia. So yeah, that's it. That's it for the talk. Thank you.